Hey everybody, it's Tom, and I'm back again with another comic book haul. Just got a little hodgepodge of books. A lot of new stuff, which is rare for me because I don't pick up a lot of current titles, but there's been a lot of great covers lately that I want to have for the collection. I want to start off with a book that I did not show in my last video from Baltimore Comic-Con. I showed all the signatures I had gotten, but I had forgotten to show a signature that I had gotten on this book from David Peterson. Just want to show that. It was kind of cool. He did that sketch for me inside the book. So, very glad to have that in the collection. He did a sketch for me last year as well. Alright. I guess I'll start off with some of the current stuff. A lot of these everybody has seen already in other videos. Let me just get a little closer here. High production value as always. So again, you bastard. One of these days I'll invest in a tripod or something. So right now we got here Red Sonja cosplay variant. I ain't reshooting. Batman 57 Matina variant. My shop was able to get me one of these. The Return of Wolverine #1, second printing. This is the Error cover that has a Dr. Aphra page from Star Wars in the back. Wonder Woman 56, the chromium cover. I got a couple of copies of Supergirl 23, the chromium cover by Art Germ. Got some J. Scott Campbell, X-Men Black #1, Mystique. I only grabbed one of these. I should have grabbed a couple of more. But I got Walking Dead 19. Then I got some of these Jenny Frison Wonder Woman variants that have come out lately for the Witching Hour. Number 56. Love that. And what number is this? The Witching Hour 1. That's a really awesome cover. Catwoman 4 by Art Germ. That almost looks like a photo. That's how good that is. Batman 56, chromium variant. I liked this Teen Titans book. I forgot who the artist was, but I picked that up. Batgirl 28. And last, Wonder Woman 57. Another Jenny Frison cover. Alright. Next, I'll just show some other random things that I picked up. I was at the flea market last weekend, and a guy had a box of treasuries. He unfortunately... well, it's not unfortunately, but he wanted $20 a piece for them. I didn't have enough cash on me to buy as many as I would have liked. So I got just this one, and I actually talked him down to 15 on it. I like the purple background on this book, and the condition's immaculate for the most part. I have some minor spine ticks, but it's from 1975. I mean, these things are monstrous. It's amazing that so many survived in such high grade. So very happy to grab that for the collection. And then some random 25-cent books I picked up from the local shop. Spread #1, just to get it and put it away in case, you know, spec type book. Trees #1. You never know with these image titles if they ever, you know, get optioned for a movie or a show or something like that. I found an Adam Hughes Star Wars book. Got that for $1. And Fathom primer, Michael Turner cover for $1. And a Halloween Comic Fest copy of Rachel Rising for $1. And then speaking of Comic Fest, I went to a local shop that was having, you know, the Comic Fest books, and I grabbed a couple. I haven't checked these out yet. I'd like to read this one here, The Hunger, the Jughead one. Constantine. It's actually my first Constantine book. And this kind of reads like a manga book. You have to read it from backwards to forwards. This is a pretty impressive book for a free preview. It's got, how many pages in this? 64 pages, thick cardstock. I mean, I think it's for kids, but it's a graphic novel for Witch. Part 1 of the 12 Portals free preview. And then my shop was also giving out these Batman Day books. This was the book that I wanted the most out of the Comic Fest stuff, Lady Mechanica. And then they were also giving out these books from the Walking Dead Day that they had. So those, got all those. And now some other random flea market books. There was a guy that was selling 3 books for $1. I got that book in there. And then I ran out of bags and boards. Guardians of the Galaxy 19 and Guardians of the Galaxy 17. So those 3 for $1. And then I got Guardians of the Galaxy number 15 for my Guardians run. And then Annihilation Conquest Star-Lord. And this was the find of the not of the day, but out of the whole grouping of books that the guy had. Week 52. I mean, that's like a $15, $20 book. You know, to get that for, what, 33 cents. I'll do that. I found a couple of independent books while I was down there. I figured I'd pick up. I found this for $1. Feds and Heads Comics. I think my friend Matt told me it was like a 8th or 9th printing of that. I guess you could tell by the 75-cent price tag on that. I don't know how much the first printing was for that. Found a Joshua Middleton Supergirl number 36 for, I think, $3. Some of these books have gotten out of order. This is a book I found for $1 at my local. The Invincible Iron Man number 1 Wizard World Philly edition, signed by Joe Quesada. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't have any Quesada signatures in my collection. I got this book here from Midtown Comics. I had to actually order the Chromium Supergirl issues, and I was just looking, see what else I can grab, you know, on the cheap to save on shipping. Blood Queen versus Dracula, Lucio Perillo cover. Next, there was a flea market, a yard sale a couple of weeks ago. That I'm on this guy's mailing list, and I had gotten an email that he had one earlier in the summer, and this was a second one that he was having. So I grabbed a couple of books. Most of these were $2 a piece. Hulk 198. Batman 574. I think this one was $1. It's an early Harley Quinn appearance in DC continuity. ROM 75 was for $1. It's the last issue in the run. Wolverine 8, just a classic Wolverine cover. I think that's like a $15, $20 book. I picked that up for $2. This I was super happy to find for $2. I've been looking for this for a while. Justice Society, All-Star Comics number 69, first appearance of the Huntress. Let's see if I have something else out here. I do. So most people consider this book her first appearance, but I think they both came out at the same time. So I'm glad to have both of those in the collection. I also have that as well. So yeah, I was very happy to find that Huntress book for $2. I mean, that was a no-brainer. A couple other books from that yard sale. It's like my third copy of this. Miss Marvel 16. It's part of that whole Mystique first appearance. I did not notice, though, there is... See that? There's a rip there. So it's a good reader copy. Batman 358. This was an expensive book at one point. First cover appearance of Killer Croc. This was an amazing find for $2. Marvel Tales 14. I mean, it's in super high grade. Well, I wouldn't say super high grade, but it's in really nice shape for a Silver Age square bound book, and for only $2. I mean, that was a no-brainer for me. For $1, I found Amazing Spider-Man 360, cameo of Carnage, Aquaman 19. There's a first appearance in here. I forgot, but I think the character is going to be in the new Aquaman movie. I'm actually looking forward to that movie. It looks pretty good. I had found a $2 copy for Monstrous #1, the third printing. I don't know what the print run is on the third printing. I used to have the first one. First printing, I traded it away. The art in these are amazing. I'd like to get some more issues of those if I could. Batman 417, first appearance of KG Beast. Here's a book that I know it's happened to other people too, where you've been looking and looking for a book, and then you finally get it, and then all of a sudden other copies start falling into your lap. Well, this is one of those for me. Micronauts number 8, first appearance of Captain Universe. This is another quarter book that I haven't had a chance to bag yet. Conan Classic #1 reprints the first appearance of Conan. Avengers Initiative #7, first appearance, I think, of the Iron Spider armor, I think, something like that. This is a hot book right now. Young Avengers #6, first appearance of Stature, Cassie Lang. It's crazy that this is a super hot book as well. I picked this up for $2. Dark Avengers #1. Another $1 find, Avengers 346. This is like my 4th copy of this now. Doom Patrol #94. Showcase presents Doom Patrol. It's the first appearance of the new Doom Patrol team. Batman 408. Origin of Jason Todd, I think. There's something to do with Jason Todd is in this book. There's a book that I've been seeing in lots of videos over the years, and I've never been able to find one until now. Just a popular cover, Batman, Superman, number 77. Second appearance, or third appearance of the Taskmaster. Second full appearance. And then a couple other of those Marvel compilation books that are in really nice shape that I got. Marvel Collector's Item number 3. Got that for $2. Reprints some Fantastic Four, some Doctor Strange, Hulk, some of the original Hulks, number 3, and Tales of Suspense, Iron Man stuff. And then the last book I got from the yard sale was number 8. And again, this is in really nice shape. I mean, it's a black cover. You know, the spines on these books are just amazing. For $2, I wasn't going to pass those up. So just a few more items to show, and then we'll call it a vid. So my Walmart had these books for Halloween, so I grabbed 2 of them. 100-page giant for Halloween, featuring the Swamp Thing. And then when I went to my shop for that Halloween giveaway, I only picked up 1 book that day. I got this for $1, even though it had a $10 sticker on it. It was in the dollar box, and he sold it for me for $1. Laugh Olympics number 1. I used to watch this cartoon all the time as a kid. More flea market things. A super high grade copy of New Mutants number 1. Picked that up for $5. I got a first print of The Spirit number 1 by Kitchen Sink Press. It was not in a bag or a board. It was just laying there. I picked that up for either $2 or $3. And then the last book I got from the flea market was a decent shape Vampirella number 21. And then one more book. This is a super hot book at the time that I got it. I think it's still going for quite a bit. I haven't looked it up on eBay. It was featured in the CBSI Top 10 list that Comic Tom does, and Erod from the New York Warriors was able to pick this up for me for cover at New York Comic Con. I think now it's like a $150 book. The Red Sonja New York Comic Con exclusive by Lucio Perillo. So very happy to get that. Thank you, Erod. I appreciate you. And that's it. We got through that whole stack pretty quick. And, you know, I'll have another video in a couple of weeks. There's some sales coming up at my local shops. And then I'll probably do one other video by the end of the year just to show the some of my favorite books that I picked up this year. I normally do that every year. I'll show the best books that I got from the year. I picked up a lot of great stuff, I think, this year. Stuff that I'm happy with. Some personal grails and some stuff that I'm glad to have in the collection. And so, thanks guys for watching, as always, and we'll see you next time. Take care.